sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Colts and the silver and black. And it's coming up next on Madden Football. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Southern Nevada and Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. And thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here as we get going with this one. Greg, you look at the matchup, and one thing jumps out. We'll see it more and more in the last 5-6 years around the league. Rookie quarterbacks being given the keys and said, another run, and again, it's Allen. Allen, first down and more. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
I've always gone with the logic on the zone read, Mike. Defensively, they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
They go back to Allen. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take man. They're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream improv as a scrambler and also with design runs coming out of the huddle. So this is a tricky situation. Guys who can run with this kind of speed, you have to be very careful how you pass rush them. You're not just rushing to a spot. It's not just an X behind the center. You got to try to corral him and keep him in the pocket because when he escapes, big plays are to be had.
Quick throw, taken in, and they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's got a man. That's Josh Downs. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Now think back to our conversation with this coach, job translating those drills into a live game.
First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out.
And he's in! Touchdown, Indy.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point.
They'll look to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end, and that's going to be a first down. A pickup.
Pick up a first down.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. In trouble, and down he goes.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you.
Going to try to pick up the first down with his own read. They'll get a new set of downs. It's a gain of 19.
Man, when it works well, the zone read is a thing of beauty. It just adds another dimension to this offense, and if the defense doesn't get a better plan, they're going to continue to do it all day.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what.
It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown. Touchdown, Colts. Greg, it's one of those, sometimes you got to feel like you know where the ball's going to go, and the defense knows it too, but it still ends up in that guy's hands for the touchdown.
Absolutely, Mike. In these critical situations, like down here in the red zone, it's players, not plays. It doesn't...
He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. They get 25 on that connection. 1st down, Indianapolis.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if your rope is coming out.
He's going to run it. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Great job in coverage here. Nowhere for the quarterback.
The 3, 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Here's Taylor. Good blocking, and he's in. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down. Taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, when you find yourself down here this close, Mike.
A pickup there of 28 yards.
And these are the throws that when they evaluate young quarterbacks coming out of college, they want to see you be able to make. Everyone worries about how far you can throw the ball. And while that's certainly important, this league, an open window is going to close in a hurry.
Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. Going to take over here in the last minute of this 1st half. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Quick throw here is complete. Already closing in on 100 yards receiving in the 1st half. That one picks up a 1st down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire 1st half, and just seems this possession's going to...
There's that man again. Another catch. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look.
On 1st down, they'll start with Taylor. And finally, they'll bring him down when he's up beyond the 45-yard line.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big game.
It's ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength.
Here comes Allen. He's going to be brought down up past the 45.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be so...
First and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy. But if you can have two or three that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that...
Now this time, they'll look to throw. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defense.
They'll throw here on third and short. This is caught toward the side of the end zone. DJ Turner. Touchdown, Vegas. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here at this, it was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
He's got a man. Take it in for two. And we are all tied here in the third quarter.
Your guy, I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, let him do the rest.
Brought down after a gain of off play action. He'll set up to throw. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away.
Early in this drive.
They'll run on first down, and here's Allen. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick and he hit it. Next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And he'll take it on in. DJ Turner. Touchdown, Las Vegas. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
That just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the lock, stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back where you're just going to turn.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. In trouble. Down he goes.
We're starting to see in these passing situations like this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now their pass protection is breaking down and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
Back to the air once more on second down. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head?
Throwing now on first and 10. To the left side and taken in by down.
This is a great example here of just securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's going to be taken down.
That's a really important pickup there on that last completion. Not only does it set up first and goal, but allows everybody in the huddle to just take a deep breath. We're no longer in this frantic offense.
They'll look to throw again. That is caught to the goal line and in. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indy. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. A huge touchdown there in the fourth quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you...
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to run it. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now,
out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. A terrific run there. He's finally taken down at the 25-yard line.
it's definitely nice to have one of those bruising, punishing backs, kind of help wear down the defense. But I'll tell you what, you can give me a flat-out electric runner like...
We're all even. Fourth quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. A high throw there, but a nice job to go up and get it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
While everybody wants to attack the middle of the field, you just have to make sure you don't do it recklessly. You want to make sure you protect both the ball and your receiver. And in this case, he does both, puts it on the main.
Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they'll take this down inside the 35. So now, out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This to win the game. This kick is good. So this one, a win for the visiting Colts. They get themselves into field goal range for one final shot. Kicker delivers. They avoid overtime and come away with a 3-point victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.